Don't forget to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more notifications. Before I begin, let me know where you are watching from. I'm curious to see which cities and towns will join me in this moment of the word of God. Child, be still for a moment and let your heart rest. You are not here by accident. You did not arrive at this moment through chance or confusion. I have led you here, step by step, even when you believed you were walking alone. When the road felt silent and the sky seemed closed, I was still guiding your feet. When you questioned your strength and doubted your purpose, I was watching over you with care deeper than you can imagine. You have endured nights where your thoughts felt heavier than your body, where memories returned uninvited and fears spoke louder than hope. I saw every tear that fell when no one else noticed. I counted every quiet prayer you whispered when words were hard to form. Do not believe for a moment that those tears were wasted or that those prayers disappeared into emptiness. I gathered them. I held them. They became part of the preparation I was forming within you. My child, you often thought the delays were punishments, that the closed doors meant rejection. But I tell you now, those moments were protection. I was shaping your endurance when you felt weak. I was strengthening your spirit when you felt worn down. I was teaching your heart to listen when the world was too loud. Every setback carried a lesson, every struggle carved wisdom into your soul. Nothing was random. Nothing was forgotten. Look back gently, not with regret, but with understanding. You survived what you once believed would break you. You stood up after moments that should have left you empty. That was not by your strength alone. I was there, lifting you when you could not lift yourself. I was there, placing quiet courage inside you when fear tried to take its place. Even when you doubted me, I did not doubt you. My child, I see how often you have felt unseen, as if your efforts faded into the background while others moved forward. But hear me clearly now, you are chosen, and you are not forgotten. I know your name. I know your story. I know the weight you have carried in silence. I know the love you gave without guarantee of return. I know the sacrifices you made that no one applauded. I have written all of it into your journey. There is a divine order to your life, even when it feels scattered. I work in sequence, not in haste. What you called waiting was alignment. What you called loss was redirection. I was teaching you patience, not to delay your joy, but to prepare you to hold it. I was removing what could not follow you into the next season. Trust me, my child, I never take without purpose, and I never ask you to endure without reason. Lift your eyes now and breathe. Feel how this moment surrounds you. You are not small, and you are not hidden. You are visible to me, standing beneath a sky filled with promise. I see you rising, not in noise, but in quiet strength. I see you standing taller than before, not because the world changed, but because you did. What once intimidated you will no longer define you. What once wounded you will no longer control you. Hear my words settle into your spirit. I'm with you, everything will be fine. Let that truth move through you slowly, like warmth through cold hands. You do not need to rush ahead or fear what is coming. I am already there. This is not the end of your story, this is the beginning of clarity. This is the moment when the weight starts to lift, when the confusion softens, when hope begins to speak louder than fear. That I have prepared you for more than you realize. I have trained your heart through patience, your mind through endurance, and your soul through faith. You are stronger than you think, not because life was easy, but because you kept going. And now, my child, you are standing at the edge of something greater. This is your appointed time to trust me more deeply than before, to walk forward without carrying yesterday's burden. Remain here with me for a little while longer. Let these words take root. Let peace settle where anxiety once lived. I am not finished speaking to you, and I am not finished shaping what is ahead. Your journey continues, guided by my hand, surrounded by my presence, and covered by my promise. My child, stay with me as you are now. Do not let your thoughts wander ahead in worry, and do not pull them backward into regret. This moment is sacred because you are in it with me. I speak to you not to overwhelm you, but to steady you. I know how easily your heart carries concern, how quickly you try to understand everything at once. But trust me when I tell you that clarity does not come from rushing, it comes from resting in truth. You have often asked why your path looked different from others, why progress seemed slower, why recognition did not arrive when you felt ready. I heard those questions, even when you were afraid to speak them aloud. My child, I was never withholding from you. I was refining you. There are blessings that require depth before they can be carried without harm. I was teaching you humility so that success would not harden you. I was teaching you compassion so that strength would not make you distant. I was teaching you faith so that when answers were delayed, your trust would remain. That I watched as you learned to stand when support faded. I saw you choose kindness even when bitterness would have been easier. Those choices mattered. They shaped who you are becoming. You are not behind. You are exactly where growth required you to be. Every step that felt small was still forward. Every pause that felt heavy was still purposeful. My child, I know the moments when fear whispered that you were running out of time. I know how your heart tightened when opportunities seemed to pass you by. But time is not slipping away from you, it is unfolding for you. I am not bound by clocks or calendars. I move with intention, not urgency. What is meant for you will arrive when you are ready to receive it, not a moment too early, not a moment too late. Lift your gaze again and notice how the air feels lighter now. That is not coincidence. That is my presence easing the weight you have carried. I want you to understand something deeply. You were never meant to carry everything alone. I have always been beside you, even in the silence. Even when my voice felt distant, my hand was steady. Even when answers did not come, guidance was still being formed. You are not defined by what went wrong. You are not limited by what you lost. Those chapters taught you discernment, resilience, and wisdom. They taught you how to recognize what aligns with your spirit and what does not. They taught you how to let go without losing yourself. And now, you stand wiser, calmer, and more prepared than you were before. My child, there is a strength within you that was born through endurance. It is quiet but unshakable. It does not seek attention, yet it commands respect. I placed it there because I knew what you would face. You did not imagine your way through hardship, you walked through it. And because of that, you now carry a depth that cannot be taught, only lived. Listen closely to me now. The season ahead will feel different. Not because everything will suddenly be easy, but because you will no longer face it the same way. You will respond with steadiness instead of panic, with trust instead of fear. You will recognize when to move and when to wait. You will feel peace even when circumstances are still unfolding. That is the fruit of preparation. That I want you to release the belief that you must prove yourself to be worthy. You already are. Your worth was never in question. I chose you knowing your doubts, your flaws, and your questions. I chose you because your heart is teachable, because your spirit listens, because you continue even when strength feels thin. That is not weakness. That is devotion. Remain open, my child. Let hope breathe again. Let your shoulders relax. You are not being rushed. You are being guided. I am arranging what you cannot yet see. I am connecting moments that will soon make sense. When the time comes, you will look back and understand why the road unfolded as it did. Stay here with me. Let these words anchor you. What is ahead will not require fear, because you will not walk toward it alone. My child, I feel the questions rising within you even now. They move quietly, like waves beneath the surface, asking when, asking how, asking if you are truly ready. Listen to me gently. Readiness is not the absence of fear, it is the decision to trust me despite it. You have already taken that step more times than you realize. Every morning you rose while carrying uncertainty, every evening you chose hope instead of surrender. You were saying yes to me without even knowing it. That I know there were moments when you felt stretched beyond what seemed fair. Moments when responsibility outweighed rest, when expectation pressed against your spirit. You wondered if you were being asked for too much. But I never ask without supplying strength. When your energy felt thin, I became your endurance. When your confidence wavered, I stood firm beneath you. When your voice grew quiet, I spoke within your heart. You did not collapse because I was holding you together. My child, understand this truth now. I do not build lives quickly, I build them deeply. What I am forming in you is not fragile. It is rooted. It is steady. It is capable of withstanding change without losing direction. That is why your journey required patience. That is why you learned to walk through uncertainty with grace. I was shaping a foundation that could support what is coming. There are doors ahead that will open with peace, not force. You will recognize them because they will not require you to abandon who you are. You will not need to perform, pretend, or rush. You will step forward calmly, knowing you belong there. That confidence will not come from pride, but from alignment. You will feel it in your spirit before you see it with your eyes. My child, you have carried the fear of making the wrong choice, of missing the right moment. Release that fear now. I guide those who listen, and your heart has learned to listen well. Even when you stumbled, even when you hesitated, I redirected you without harm. Nothing you truly need will pass you by. Nothing meant for you will require you to chase it in exhaustion. Look at how far you have come. Once, you prayed simply to survive. Now, you are being invited to live with purpose. Once, you asked only for relief. Now, you are being trusted with responsibility. That shift did not happen overnight, but it happened intentionally. You are no longer standing at the edge of becoming, you are stepping into it. Feel this moment rise within you. Let it lift your chest and steady your breath. This is not pressure, this is readiness. This is the calm before movement, the quiet strength before expression. I am calling you forward, not into chaos, but into clarity. Not into struggle, but into meaning. My child, you were never overlooked. You were being prepared out of sight. What grows in silence often carries the greatest strength. When others doubted you, I believed in you. When you doubted yourself, I remained constant. You are walking proof that perseverance transforms fear into wisdom and pain into understanding. Now hear me clearly, and let these words settle deep within you. I'm with you, everything will be fine. Not because nothing will challenge you, but because nothing will face you without my presence. You are supported beyond what you can see. You are protected beyond what you can measure. You are loved beyond what language can fully hold. The coming days will invite you to stand taller, to speak more clearly, to act with assurance. Do not shrink back. Do not question whether you deserve the space you are stepping into. You do. I have prepared you. I have refined you. I have brought you to this moment with care and intention, and now, my child, breathe again. Let the strength rise quietly. Let the peace follow closely behind it. You are not rushing toward destiny, you are arriving at it. Stay with me as we continue forward together. I am not finished yet, and what is unfolding will soon make sense. My child, come closer now in spirit and in stillness. You have walked through reflection, through understanding, through awakening strength, and now you arrive at calm certainty. This is where my voice becomes softer, not because its power fades, but because your heart is ready to hear without fear. You no longer need to brace yourself. You no longer need to prove that you can endure. You have already endured. Now, you are invited to live. I see the way your posture has changed. Once, you carried yourself as if you were always preparing for impact, always expecting loss. Now, there is a quiet steadiness within you. That steadiness is not accidental. It is the result of every lesson, every delay, every silent season where you learned to listen more deeply than before. I was with you in all of it, shaping calm from chaos, forming peace from perseverance. My child, this is your appointed time. Not a moment driven by urgency, but a moment grounded in readiness. You are not late, and you are not early. You are aligned. What you step into now will not ask you to abandon your values or silence your spirit. It will invite you to bring your whole self forward, your wisdom, your compassion, your strength, and your faith. You are no longer walking toward purpose, you are walking within it. Feel how the light rests on you now. You are not hidden in the crowd. You are seen, elevated not by attention, but by clarity. I place you where your presence matters, where your voice carries weight, where your actions reflect the depth you have gained. You will notice that things begin to respond differently to you, not because you changed the world, but because the world recognizes the change within you. There will still be moments that ask for courage, but courage will no longer feel foreign. It will rise naturally, like breath. You will face decisions with discernment, not anxiety. You will move forward without constantly looking back. The past no longer defines you, it informs you. It has completed its work. My child, remember this truth when the days grow quiet again. Peace is not the absence of movement, it is the presence of trust. You do not need constant signs to know I am near. You do not need loud confirmations to believe you are guided. My presence surrounds you in the ordinary moments, in the steady rhythm of your days, in the calm confidence that now lives within you. Let my words rest gently in you once more. I'm with you, everything will be fine. Carry them not as a shield against fear, but as a reminder of belonging. You are held. You are guided. You are loved without condition. Nothing ahead will require you to walk alone, and nothing behind can pull you back unless you allow it. Now, my child, take this peace with you. Let it soften your steps and steady your heart. Move forward with assurance, not because every path is visible, but because you trust the one who walks before you. When you pause, I am there. When you rise, I am there. When you rest, I am there. Remain in this calm for a moment longer. Let gratitude settle where worry once lived. Let trust deepen where doubt once whispered. This is not an ending, it is a continuation filled with purpose and grace. And as you go, remember, I have led you here, I have prepared you, and I will remain with you always.